Hey everybody, it's your old pal Jimmy here. As you know, your resident meme daddy off of Facebook. Anyway, so this is memes after midnight part 2. It's my YouTube channel where I want to share all my favorite all my favorite games with you guys, because it's not something I'm really able to do easily with, everyone I hang out with, because, there isn't really often enough time for us all to get together, sit around the TV, and, show each and every one of these games to you. So I decided, I'll make this channel, and, since, I started this channel close to October, and now it is October, I've decided, to start things out, especially for this month, I'm going to, I want to share some of my, some horror games that are very near and dear to my heart, and, I wanted to start this off right with this, game that not a lot of people have heard of. It's called, The Suffering, and it was made by the now defunct, Midway Games, the guys who did, Mortal Kombat. And, anywho, I'm gonna be quiet during, the cutscenes and stuff, so that way you guys, can enjoy the story, and yeah, those are really the only points that I'll be, keeping quiet on, so, with that ado, here's The Suffering, and enjoy the show.
How many times have I done this? And I still hate it.
I swear, Abbott's full enough already.
At least when you escort an inmate to death row, you know he's scheduled to get what he deserves.
Ernesto, you can really be a jackass. You know that?
You hear what this one did?
I don't want to know. And you know when
He beat his ex-wife to a bloody pulp. Killed her with his fists.
Look, I said I didn't...
Then he drowned one son in the tub and threw the other out a window. Don't ask me to cry for him.
Inmate, is this true?
Oh, he won't say. Claims he blacked the whole thing out. A likely story. The needle's too good for him. Filthy inmate. They should all die.
Willie's bed isn't even cold yet, and already they brought in a new guy.
I heard he killed his old lady and kids. Sick motherfucker.
Be quiet, you jerry-curled fool. Don't you know who that is?
Why should I?
That's Torque, the man himself. Word is he sheared half the Aryan Brotherhood over at Easton.
So fucking what? I can understand a guy killing his old lady, but he popped his kids too. Motherfucker deserves to be strapped down and dosed.
You believe what the COs tell you, Slick? You don't know shit about the man. I'm telling you, what I heard, he's all right.
That cocksucker's not gonna be all right for long if he's in the row with the rest of us short-timers.
Shut your cracker ass, Goose. Mans do respect. You show him respect.
I decide who I respect, shitboy! Don't you go telling
Quiet
me!
down in there! Some of you want to go back on the loaf? I didn't think so.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Neighbor. Nice to meet you. My name's Floyd. How long you got till your turn on the table, huh? You all out of appeals? Your lawyer fuck you? I read about your trial. They got no witnesses, all circumstantial evidence. No one knows what really happened but you. But you can't remember a thing, is that right?
Best not to listen to him talk. Floyd's a degenerate parasite. They should have slapped the cuffs on him coming out of his mama's
At least
trunk.
I know Jesus is with me, man. Whatever I've done, the Reverend says Jesus has forgiven me.
Will you shut the fuck up, you baby-raping, sodomizing sack of shit!
I was just asking the man a question, Goose. Whoa!
What the fuck is this shit?
It's an earthquake.
What the hell's going on?
CO, you gotta let us out. We still humans, man.
The whole
we got
fucking
rights.
place is coming down!
Sweet Jesus, what the hell was that?
Slick, you okay,
Is the
man?
prison collapsing? Are we sinking into the ocean? CO! CO! What the hell's going on?
Slick, what in the fuck just happened? Slick! Slick! Goose, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. And it wasn't me. If that's what you're thinking, I didn't touch that.
What was that? Goose? For fuck's sake, what's going on? That was close. I thought we were done for. We gotta get out of this shit can before it collapses. Shit. There's something in here. It's in here! Help me!
Inmate, back in your cell. Everything's under control.
Anywho, so that's the intro to our, So this is the intro to our game. And, this game I heard about, like, way fucking long ago. I think this game came out, like, around, like, 2005-ish or so. I found out about it while, skimming through, this issue of Electronic Gaming Monthly. You know, way back when, Ooh, that sucks. Way back when, you know, I don't know, are gaming magazines still as prominent as today as they were way back when? I remember, ooh. So yeah, that's where, Floyd, that's what happened to him, and you know what? Couldn't have happened to a, you know, more of a sick fuck. Alright. But yeah, I heard about in a, issue of, Electronic Gaming Monthly, and it was only like a 2-page article, and, it really sounded cool, because the concept is very interesting, at least to me. It's, you're on this island prison, kind of like, I was about to say Azkaban, but, no, I always get that fucking wrong. Alcatraz. So it's like you're on that, and, it's like this island that has this long fucking history of human atrocities and violence. And, it eventually, all comes to a head, where, like, all this, like, collected evil and just all the sins of the, that have been committed on the island. I love the little, like, scary, like, ooh. Alright, let's get the lights on really quick. Oh, shit. Yeah, right from the get-go, this game, it just gets up and just keeps fucking going, but it also manages to, like, have a nice build-up, because we're seeing things happening, everything's going to hell, but we're not really sure exactly, what's going on, and I love that. And I love that they take more the Half-Life 2 approach, where, there are cutscenes, but the game and the game's story and the history of the island and everything is mostly done through in-game, where you, run into characters, you know, and they, like, talk to you, and, like, there's just all these little things that tell the story, instead of, you know, cutscenes like, say, Metal Gear Solid, where, you know, huge portions, the plot, the story and the gameplay are kind of very separated. Oh, shit. Did that get anyone? Oh, I love this little detail, like... Oh. There are a lot of men these days going to prison that I really hope drop the soap. Oh, hello.
T, listen to me. You gotta get out of there. That island's more than just a prison. It's so much worse. It brings out the worst in everyone. Get out of there, T. Run! Run as fast
See, that's another thing of, like, exactly what I was talking about. There's, like, little things like that in-game that, really help to, like, progress the story. And also just the amount of little details of things that you can do in the game, like, you know, you can pick up phones. You can— oh shit! Huh, guess we're not getting out that way. Alright. We'd better go back.
Thank God I made it into the light. I think I'm safe in the light. You've got to get me out of here!
So, I remember actually getting this in, middle school, and, at the time, this was really fucking violent and gory as hell. Especially, like, what really got me was— oh, we gotta listen to
Anyone read
this.
me? What's going on? Is it a riot? What's the situation? This Nash up in Tower A3, I can't see what's going on. I hear sounds, but when I shine the spot down there, it's like everything scampers out of the way. I can't see well enough to— shit, get away from me! Man, I killed it. But that thing's impossible. Like some kind of spider with swords. Goddamn inmates behind this, I know they are. Is anyone listening to me? I think maybe I just better stay up here where I'm safe.
So much for being safe, I guess. But yeah, like, especially like the first time I saw the detail of like the blood gain on Torque, it's like, that's when you kind of knew that this game was going to be different, and that it's like, yeah, it's important to make sure to check every door, because the thing about, well, I'll tell you after this a little bit.
Hold it right there, or I will cut you down. You hear me, inmate? Do you hear me?
Give him a chance.
Ah, to hell with protocol. Everything's gone to shit. Right now, I'd prefer a murdering scumfuck from the road to one of those monstrosities. We got a better chance to survive if we stick together. But you will do exactly what I say, or I will punch a hole in your sorry ass. Got it?
Calm down, Fuck him. Don't let your
When I've seen these bastards spawn, I prefer to stay in the dark. Go get a flashlight from the break room down the hall. And no funny stuff, or I will blow your head off. Comprende?
Okay, so, oh hey, there's where the, COs were killed when we were looking on the, yeah, see? That's the security cam we were looking through. So, an important thing, you know, in every horror game, we got your, flashlight. The, batteries can go pretty quickly, so, whenever you enter rooms, always make sure to turn on the lights there, so that way you can, conserve battery life. And so, I love it. There's, like, these little details like this, where, like, the island was, kind of used as, you know, a base in the 40s during World War II, so there's, like, all these, like, different, like, ads from the, 40s. I think behind us over there is, like, a propaganda poster. Yeah, this is based on a real thing, like, when you ride alone, you ride with Hitler. It's like, join the carpooling, sharing club, I think. Yeah, it's these little details that, like, kind of, like, speak about the history of the island without really, you know, like, really, like, hitting you over the head with it.
Alright, you got a light. We gotta head downstairs to get out of this shithole. And you better stay out of my way. If I need to shoot more of those fuckers, I will not hold my fire on your account. You read me?
Off. So, shut the fuck up. I am flushing toilets. I said I'm flushing toilets.
Move it!
Dad, what's going on?
Oh, fuck. So, okay, so every so often Torque has hallucinations, and I love the little detail where after you have a hallucination, he's starting to actually hyperventilate. It's these little things, but they, like, help bring the world to life. So there's a morality system, actually, and, the way it's decided is if, there are 3 outcomes. There's a good ending, there's a bad ending. Well, a good ending, an evil ending, and a neutral ending. And they're decided by different actions you can do, such as
that's the last of them.
Interacting with survivors.
Yourself all right, an inmate. Carnate Island's got a strange history, and Abbott is one fucked up hoosgow. And let me tell you, we better stay away from the fucking basement. If things are bad up here, down there, it's gonna be like the mouth of hell.
Fuck basements. Fuck basements, even if it's not like a horror-like situation. Oh shit.
God damn! What the hell was that? I gotta
I'm coming with you, bud.
Stay here.
We're sticking together. You and me, we're fire-forged friends. We're getting through this together. Oh, fuck.
I want it to end!
Oh, fuck. Let's not make his sacrifice go in vain. So now we got a fucking gun. And, so you see, did you see, okay, I guess it's, no power to it. Anywho, so, when we helped him out and after he, you know, talked to us, there was an image of, Torque's wife. That means we, did a good, like, decision, and, we're gonna be, steering towards, you know, a better path, you know? Maybe a less shitty outcome for him.
I always looked at their bodies when I was done.
Oh my god. I'm beginning to remember why I love this game again, like, even just sitting here. I'm, doing post-commentary, by the way. So, because I never really find time to be able to do, commentary and, recording at the same time. I don't really, have the time or the privacy for it. So, yeah, this is all, recorded footage that I, of my gameplay that I'm, you know, commenting over. And also, I'm really sorry if, I'm awkward or anything, you know, during this. I used to kind of do Let's Plays way back when, but I never really got too into it, and also I was really nervous. Because, you know, this is like, you know, putting something out there for everyone to see, and, like, especially you guys. You guys I know, so it feels like I have a lot to live up to. Oh, let's go answer the phone.
Hello, Ma. It's me, Willie. Yeah, they said I could talk as long as I wanted. No, that's okay. I told you I didn't want you here. It's better this way, Ma. Now, come on, Ma. Don't cry. It's not doing anybody any good at all. You know I love you, right? And the Reverend said...
Okay, so you remember in the opening cutscene when, one of the cellmates, Goose, the Nazi guy? You know, it's not outright stated, but, like... Oh, sorry. I love these little, like, graffiti things, but, yeah... You know when he says, Willie's bed isn't even cold yet? So that, yeah, the, cell we were in of the dead guy, that was him on the phone. So yeah, ghost shit. I love ghost shit. So yeah, like I was saying, so yeah, I'm a bit nervous, so, it's it's not really something I've done before. Or, I mean, I've done it before, but, like, I tried to really go into the whole, like, you know, become this, like, YouTube Let's Player. I want to, like, you know, reach for the stars and, like, you know, go for, like, the millions of views thing, but, the thing is, don't really expect that, because the whole YouTube Let's Play thing, unless you're really unique about it, and I mean, like, really bring something new to it, don't go in expecting to become, like, the next PewDiePie, or the next, whoever the fuck, Markiplier, or, like, Two Best Friends, or whoever the fuck, you know, all these, like, you know, really, big, YouTube Let's Players, like, don't go in, like, really expecting to get onto their level, or at least don't expect to get there, you know, in a hurry. Also, I, had to restart this because I, went through and, locked myself into a, point where I couldn't come back. So I'm just gonna look around here. So yeah, if I sound nervous or if it just sounds whatever, yeah, that's just me, hey, let's try this. Okay. Yeah, we're not gonna do that anymore. Also, I decided to, light myself up a joint, so, I'm pretty chill right now. Okay, so, there we see some shit going on. Alright, let's switch over to the, next security cam. I love this game so much. I love it because it does have, like, good horror to it. Like, I think it does have good tension in the monsters, just all, like, the little scares and shit. I think it's all very well done. But, there's, like, a behind-the-scenes, like, little documentary in the extras menu, like, you know, in the main menu. And they pointed out specifically how they want to, it's like your standard kind of horror movie situation, but with a protagonist who is actually very quick on their feet. They know how to fight back. Also, I love the detail on the metal detector, because we're, holding, if you're not holding anything, it doesn't, like, you know, oh shit. Okay, so, I forgot to do it, but, later on, yeah, these things are called Slayers, and they, are basically the physical embodiment of, the execution of decapitation. So, the monsters in this game are basically based off of, forms of executions that you'd find in prisons. Like, you have, beheadings, you have, that firing squad, you've got, like, injection. And it's really cool, and, they're designed by, I don't know if anyone's really heard of him, Stan Winston. He's this makeup effects, he is, like, the makeup effects dude. Like, he was the one who, he's, like, worked on the Terminator, he's done the first 3 Jurassic Park films, Aliens, Predators, Inspector Gadget, Iron Man, Edward Scissorhands, you name it. Like, if you've seen any of those, Stan Winston is the name you're, looking for. And he designed all all the monsters in this game, and they are fucking cool. They, especially, like, the Slayers right now, they kind of have this, Cenobite feel, like you'd see from, Hellraiser. and I just love it. Okay, so I missed it, but if you go back to the door past the metal detectors, you will actually find someone who is freaking out and begging for you to let them in. But the door is locked and you can't do it, so sucks for him. So this is another morality moment where you can decide whether or not to kill this guy who's been locked into the
they want me about
gas
the
chamber.
CEOs at Abbott and their practical jokes, but Jesus, har fucking hardy har, very funny. Joke's over now, guys. Come on, let me out.
It's fucked up, but I love this bit of dialogue.
Murphy, was this your idea? Hawks? Which one of you fuckers thought of this? Maybe a new Jack, but you think I was born yesterday? I'm not scared. I know this thing was decommissioned in the 80s. They welded the door shut and everything. No way it can hurt me. How'd you guys get me in here anyway? Hello? Hello? Anyone hear me? Straps on tight. Is that part of the gag, huh? Guys? Hello?
I don't know about you, but...
God damn it. Just get me out of here, you cocksucker!
I don't know about you, but if someone did this to me... Like, if I worked in a prison on my first, like, day, and someone did that to me, and it what? Okay, so now we're getting, like, little bits and pieces of what really happened with, what happened to Torque's family. Okay, so going back to the morality thing really quickly, depending on, how you go about the game, so if you go for the good, if you try to go in, for the good route where you, save everyone you come across, it's harder, but you'll, get an end. Basically, the, ending will change on whether or not Torque actually did kill his family or not. So what I'm doing in this playthrough is I'm gonna try and aim for the good ending, but, if any die along the way, then, you know, we'll just roll with it. So, if, you try your best to, you know, save them, but, they happen to die along the way, but you didn't kill them, it'll lead toward a, neutral ending. But if you outright just decide to fucking go, like, you know, fuck all and kill everyone you come across, you'll get the evil ending where, it's obviously, you know, depending on the sounds of the endings, you know, like, Torque either did it, or he didn't, and if you went down the evil route, he fucking did it. So we're gonna try and avoid that, but, you know, if anyone dies along the way and we get the neutral, you know, fuck it. Oh, and also another detail, depending on what morality you're going for, Torque's appearance actually, like, changes. And, if you decide to go for the, good route, he'll appear, you know, a lot more, healthier. His skin becomes more clear. It's kind of like, you know, right now. But if you try to go for full-on evil, he just gets, like, open sores, and you can see, like, pus. And, like, his veins are all dark and collapsed, and it just looks horrible. Oh, shit. Okay,
What's that smell?
so don't say I didn't try. I don't know if there is any way, but, yeah, unfortunately, as far as I know, there's no way to get him out.
This is a mistake.
I've tried everything that I can for the last however long, like 13 years.
Do something. Fuck you.
That's not exactly middle fingers, but, you know, I'll just vote. Yeah, that's just, I'll blame that on the graphics of the time. Some of it can be wonky, but for the time it was really good. Anyway, I could use a hand, bud. Because shit's going tits up, you know? Oh, fuck. Yeah, oh yeah, like what the, our guard friend said, you know, before he was horribly electrocuted, lights, especially, flashlights, slayers don't like that. It'll actually cause them to kind of, like, you know, pull back a bit, leaving them open to, more attack. Let's check this out. Okay, it's just the chamber. Let's get going. Also, that breathing noise isn't me. Nah, I think that's Torque. But yeah, going back a bit,
They won't leave you alone until you do it.
Until we do what? We're gonna find out. Because I think this is the end of the level. Yep, that's it. We're not gonna stop the recording here, but also I wanted to point out these little loading screens are actually, the little quotes are from a character in the game who goes by Rance Truman. He's one of the inmates in Abbott State Penitentiary, which is where we're at. I know you guys probably got that, but I like to clarify just in case, you know.
I want to see the
Okay, now we're gonna get introduced to the main trio of I don't know if I'd say bad guys or not. I guess they're evil, but they're very morally gray, I guess. Also, I got stuck in a glitch. I got stuck in what looks like a mix of first person and the third person view. So I had to reset. But yeah, these quotes are written by this inmate named Rance Truman, who is basically going around on the island, and he's trying to figure out what the hell's going on, while also giving the players, you know, insight into what's going on, the history of the island, and just why this place is just such a, it's such a, like, center point of just pure evil. Like, the island is just tainted.
Death is our stock and trade here at Abbott, the final solution. I am one of the few who will admit that. First it giveth, then it taketh away. I've been here a long time. I don't understand much about this place, but I know your being here ain't no coincidence.
Well, look what we have here. How long I have been waiting to encounter such a fascinating specimen. My understanding is you've had periodic blackouts since, when was it? Ah, yes, early adolescence. Ever wonder what happens during those blackouts? Would you say you have visions of bloodshed? Yes, surely there is bloodshed.
You've seen death, right? I read about your life, you sick bastard.
Okay, so these
shame I never
three
got to
are
sniff a woman.
Gas Guy is Hermes Hate.
Guilty.
He was the
It doesn't affect me doing my job,
executioner
though. Above all
for
else, I am a
years.
professional.
He's pretty much a sociopath who takes his... Yeah, he takes his job very fucking seriously. The guy being electrocuted is Horace.
You had a wife, right?
And I'm not gonna really spoil
to
too
make
much
sure
of
she
what
stayed
happened to him.
yours? When you get mad, you feel you could
Also,
kill him and rip him apart with your bare
I'm
hands.
not sure if it's obvious, but Pork has a lot of anger
Maybe you're not
issues.
like me. It's hard to say.
And that actually
You gotta
becomes
fight
part
it.
of the gameplay.
Don't let this place do to you what it did to me.
Oh. That's good. I'm outside on my porch. I don't want to like wake up the my family, and I'm pretty much far away enough on my porch where I can.
Give it a try for me, won't you?
I don't think I'm bothering the neighbors.
Can't put it off forever. This place is strong.
So
problem is here.
there we have this so down there in the lower left corner we have a life bar, which is the red one. Now as you probably saw, now we have a new yellow bar which has appeared, and it is pretty much a rage bar, you know, for a rage mode that's like pretty much a staple in every game at this point. I think this is like one of the earliest games to really have that kind of like thing. I might be wrong, so don't quote me on it. I'm not high, so if you kill enough enemies and you fill the bar, you can unlock that rage mode. And you'll know it when you see it. Okay, so you do a rage attack and Pork pretty much transforms into this giant monster version of himself. Like his lower half is like yellow, like his prison pants, and
Very good. We've made a lot of progress today. But be careful. A good thing only lasts so long.
so he's probably my favorite among the three. His name isn't revealed till I think at least the halfway point of the game, so I'm just gonna like, you know, say it right now. His name is Dr. Killjoy, and it's one of the best fucking like names for a lunatic psychologist slash surgeon ever. And he's modeled after Vincent Price in appearance, and also his mannerisms and his voice. Especially since I guess spoilers, but also it's later revealed that Killjoy was I think he was into theater. He's very much a fan of works. He even like actually like admits to being he actually is a fan of Othello. Like he's very theatrical, he's very dramatic. That becomes very apparent over the course of it. Hold on a second. Can I get it? I get it. Okay. Alright. Yeah. I did it. Alright. Is this the... Oh no, this is a... Oh yeah, we're gonna get to know... one of the next monsters in the game.
Where the fuck are you? What's taking so long? Do it. Fucking do it! Just fucking kill me!
fucking badass is that? Like, he is faced with this monster that is like the literal manifestation of a firing squad. Like, it's got a battery of guns attached to its back. His first response is just taking his gun out and...
Contained in these pages are my observations of the bizarre creatures that have appeared on Carnate Island since the cataclysm struck. The creatures emerge in a variety of ways, but many of them appear to come from within the island itself, as if the very earth of Carnate were poisonous and vile. Though I scarcely have time to keep a journal like this while trying to keep myself alive, my inquisitive nature forces me to write down what I see, in the hope that I might better understand it. But how can this unspeakable horror possibly be understood? It is as if Carnate's horrific sins, both past and present, are being brought to life in a pageant of death. Slayer, I first witnessed these creatures jumping out of the ground itself. Their heads were detached from their torsos, held aloft by hideous contraptions. Their limbs have been replaced by blades of the sharpest steel. To my eyes, they appear to be a manifestation of decapitation. Yet it seems improbable anyone ever had their head chopped off in Abbott. I suppose on Carnate anything is possible. I have dubbed these monstrosities Slayers. Marksman. Based on the battery of rifles attached to its back and the blindfold around its head, this marksman appears to be the reincarnation of a military firing squad. Abbott was originally a POW camp during World War II, so it seems likely they would have had executions of that sort. Indeed, there are stories of a rogue colonel who was to be court-martialed but instead took his own life. Perhaps he is connected to these abominations.
Okay, so this is my second favorite character. He's an inmate named Clem. He's like... he is just Kentucky Fried. Like, he's pretty much the embodiment of that trope, I think, Kentucky Fried Genius. He is very eloquent and very well spoken. His vocabulary is like... his vocabulary is second probably to Killjoy's. He's just... Killjoy's and Rance Truman's. And he's basically... so he's this inmate who's trying to escape, kind of like us. And over the course of it, he's actually keeping a journal where he records information about the different creatures, and he actually gives them names. And marksmen are actually, despite their appearance, they're pretty easy. All you gotta do is get in close. Like, don't... you gotta bridge the gap. Don't get in their face. They won't be able to really do anything about it, because the only thing they can really do is they've got kind of this ground attack, or I don't know what to call it, but
My soul left me alone in here.
oh god, that gets me like every time. That's like creepy, like ghost shit. Like, I watch a lot of like horror YouTube channels like Nightmare Expo and Rainbot, Criminally Listed, Lazy Masquerade. I like them more than I kind of like most horror movies and games these days. I don't know why. It's unique. It feels like there's something new every time. And it's much... there's new stuff every time, and it's more like kind of a limited scope of creepypastas. Oh, when you go into Insanity mode, you notice that the lower right corner there's a blue bar. when you kill monsters while in the insanity form. Okay, so the insanity form has a special attack that can be activated, since I'm playing on the Xbox with the A button. And the more monsters you kill, the more the blue bar fills up, and your attack actually levels up and becomes different. And now it's become... oh shit. Okay, we'll be right there. Okay, we need to get our kid. Yeah, let's go.
Daddy, I can't. No, I don't want to see it. No, Daddy, no.
Yeah, this game goes to some really fucked up places. like I'm surprised at a lot of the areas that they go to, but it with the prison environment, it works. Especially with a lot of the swearing, because it doesn't really feel overdone. But yeah, there are some fucked up shit going on. And there's gonna be a lot more hallucinations to come. So that'll be nice.
It left a bad taste in my mouth. Forever.
Okay, we're getting out of here.
I found a way out.
Okay, so we actually have a number of ways that we can get in.
When they let me out of the hole, I was ready to rejoin society and kill every last one of them.
Congrats on your rehabilitation. But yeah, you can get in either through this way, or you can take a more straightforward route.
You can't execute your own men.
Let's take the straightforward route in order to
They're a threat to our security. Am I supposed to ignore that goddamn airplane?
Investigate.
But sir!
This prison is my command. I am God here. You will follow my orders.
Oh. Huh. But yeah, we get another bit of insight into the prison's past as a POW camp. Also, we can pick up little notes and stuff. Yeah, there's we have little notes and stuff that we can find. Also, so yeah, notes like this actually can show where we can come to expect anything on this line. Nope, dead. So we could come in through this way, or we could bring this over here and use this alternate pathway. What I like about this is that the game's levels are actually... the game rewards exploration. The levels are full of little alternate pathways, secret areas, and hidden items, which really encourage looking around. And that even adds to the replay value, especially with when you add that to oh yeah, I think you guys have seen this before, right? I don't know if this is a real poster though. It might be. I don't know. And fuck, what was I talking about?
You're doing well, Dork. But watch yourself. This place can eat your soul.
Horace is one of the more sympathetic, what the fuck? There's something back there. on the table. Wonder what that is. Okay, that's actually like a really cool subtle detail. The whole... all these rats are running from something. Ooh. Tommy gun. And the weapons make sense for like, this prison, especially since, like, again, it was used during the 40s for, like, you know, during World War II, so it does have these, like, really old style, like, firearms and shit. Anywho, coming to the end of this part, so, yeah. That's the very first video of this channel. The start of a spooky month. And, anywho, tune in, to the next video where we'll be, playing, our second horror game, Rockstar Games Manhunt. See you then, guys.